This is Date Tabianch checking in. I want to share my strategy that I am currently doing right now to really keep chasing the highest version of myself, and also on establishing and creating my company Utopia, sharing the process of that, and also the businesses that I have under my company Utopia. So I came up with an idea. Even with me working a 60-hour-a-week job, I still am, the word I want to use is, I don't want to use the word suffering, but I still am not where I need to be financially, because I live in Los Angeles. Taxes is getting at me, and also my expenses and the cost of living is getting at me, and I'm having some fees and some fines I have to pay for, some stuff that I've dealt with my apartment complex. I have shared that with my writings, and just a lot of different things, just the whole nature and norm of dynamic nature of living in LA, which is fine, because like I said, chasing the highest version of yourself and also doing the things that I'm working on doing, there is going to be struggles, there is going to be obstacles, there are going to be things that life is going to throw at you. And in my perspective, it's all just a test, and it's not only a test, but it's needed. Like these struggles and these obstacles, I guess you could say they're needed, and they're lessons, and and they're lessons that you can learn from that, so they can never happen again. And then when you achieve and you overcome these obstacles, there you will be way more wiser, and also you will be more grown than what you previously were. You would be more developed. And so, I mean, I just don't see how you can grow and be a better individual than you previously were if you haven't went through anything, if everything was just a cakewalk. So like, these things are needed. Scarcity does exist, and because scarcity exists, you have to work, you have to establish things, you have to figure out how to overcome obstacles, because that's just how how this world is. That's just how reality is. And so that's fine. So I mean, like, this stuff is I wish it wasn't in my life, but at the same time, I'm appreciative that it is in my life, and I'm very grateful, and I'm going to count my blessings. Everything I need is within me. And so with all that being said, I'm sharing my philosophy. I'm rambling, but I want to the purpose of this video. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted because I'm driving and I'm talking at the same time, but the purpose of this quick video, is just for me to share a quick strategy. It just popped in my mind. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and record real quick. And that's what I'm doing. Just start doing, like, every day of my life. I'm just gonna, like, an idea come to my mind, what I'm currently doing, sharing up updates. So even though with me working a 60-hour job, I am a production assistant for this Apple TV show. I'm working on the WB lot, this Apple TV show called Shrinkings. It's season 2. And honestly, I haven't watched the show yet. I more than likely will now, because I'm so curious about it. I mean, I'm meeting the producers and the directors and everything, and just really cool people. It seems like it's a really great story. But in addition to me working a 60-hour job, I am going to just keep doing Uber. I'm going to do Uber, like, as much as I possibly can before I go to work, after I'm working, and especially on the weekends. And the reason why, with that being said, is because the manufacturers that I'm talking to, when I'm trying to have them create my products, well, just one product right now for growth, creatine gummies. That's what I'm starting off with. It's creatine. I wanted to originally create this powder, but the powder is just extremely expensive, and my brand is not nearly as big as I want it to be, and as it needs to be for me to start making sales. And so hence, this is why I am creating these videos. I'm building my personal brand, and then I build my personal brand, and then I can also, my other brands and my companies would just skyrocket, because people would know who the person is behind them. But my whole main goal right now is for me to keep sharing these videos and keep sharing in the process of what I'm doing, and me just figuring out ways on how to maneuver and pivot in life and life's obstacles. It's just for me to just build trust within you, because I am a complete honest individual. And the mantra of my personal brand, I mean, I have different mantras for my different companies and businesses that I have established, but my personal brand, the mantra of my personal brand is, I go by, I always tell people to just be honest. And that's what my main focus is being honest. At least I'm honest. I mean, some things I may say, that may trigger some people, which, I mean, it's never my intentions to be disrespectful in any form or fashion, but I do have controversial views and on life, and at the end of the day, just be like, at least Dante Tavians is honest, and that's the end of the result. And I am a truth seeker in all forms of fashion of life, and everything, when it comes to food, when it comes to developing your body, your health, your psychological mind, your psyche, dealing with your psyche, your emotions, your spirit, religion, everything in all forms of life. Like, I like studying these things. When it comes to technology, I like studying these things and learning about these things because I want to go down into the truth. The truth. Like, what is the truth? I don't care about what my beliefs are. I don't really so much care about what my perception is. I don't really so much care about my opinions. What I care about is the truth. And I guess that you could say that's what my niche is. I'm not so much of a person who so much believes in specializing in things and just staying focused on one thing. I am a polymath. I love studying in so many different subjects and topics because I'm so curious. Like, I always tell people, I identify myself as an obsessive, curious polymath. I love to learn. I love to develop skills, and I constantly keep doing that. Now, with that being said, I have decided to stop studying so many different subjects right now recently because I want to master Python, which is a programming language. And Python is a programming language that I believe that can really help me to really develop and build the digital landscape of Utopia and of these other companies. And I can also use Python to automate a lot of things in my life. And so Python is just a very crucial skill for anybody to learn. And so that's something that I'm really focusing on right now, a little heavily. And who knows, maybe I can probably get like a remote job working as a Python developer, so I can also spend more time on my company and developing Utopia and my other businesses and stuff. And I can possibly get in touch with other programmers, and have them, and work with them and have them help me build this conglomerate, this empire that I'm really trying, I don't want to use the word trying, but that I'm really working on building. I have a lot of different ideas, and that's another thing. Like, my mind is just like has a crap of ideas, and I don't even know if it's the most productive way or the most efficient way to go about this, but I don't want to pass up on the ideas that's in my mind. So what I do is I write them down, or I put them in my own personal note-taking app, and I'll just put them down, and I'll just just attack it a little bit every day. I don't attack every single thing every day. I look at what's the most important, and then I will stay more focused on that, which I'm staying more focused. Like, now I'm staying more focused on doing these videos for my personal brand, and and also sharing the process and the journey of me chasing the highest version of myself and me developing myself, because it all starts with self first. Everything starts with self. So that's like a big thing that I'm on. It's additional to being honest, but even before being honest, you have to just focus on yourself. Be honest with yourself before you even start demanding other people to be honest with you, and before you can even think about being honest with other people. You have to be honest with yourself. Like, the other day, like, me and my dad, we kind of got into a little debate and everything about respect. My dad sometimes feels like I'm not respectful to him, yada yada yada. And and I sat down and I thought, and I'm like, well, I've never been intentional to be disrespectful towards my father. My father is very, very big on respect, and that's one thing that I do appreciate about my dad, even though we do bump heads. But that's one thing I do appreciate from my father, is that ever since I've been a kid, he has instilled respect into me. Respect. That's what my dad is all about, is respect. Like, that's the biggest thing that he's about. And to me, I believe that respect is a major thing. It's really, it's very important, but again, it starts with self, and that's my perspective. Like, everything starts with self. So before you start demanding respect from other people and externally, you have to, like, how much self-dignity do you have? How much self-respect do you have? How much do you value yourself? Do you really value your principles and your values within yourself? Like everything within yourself. How much do you love yourself? And I believe I believe you have to have dignity before you can even think about demanding other people to respect you. Because when you are this high valued, high status individual, people are going to, you won't have to tell anybody how to respect you. People are going to learn right off the bat how to respect you. Not only that, people are going to want to respect you. Put yourself in a position where people has no other choice but to respect you. You know, but again, you putting yourself in that position starts with self. Everything, to me, if you want something out of the world, you better work on yourself. You better work on developing the internal being of you. Check yourself. Observe yourself. Evaluate yourself. Make sure you got yourself together before you start asking and demanding things outside of you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we all need to start focusing on more. Like, we have all these demands and all these expectations, but we're not even holding ourselves accountable for half the time. When we mess up, we want others to give us the benefit of the doubt, or we want to feel so sorry, and we want people to pity us, and we're all in this self-pity and everything like that. And I'm like, bro, like, get over yourself, really. Like, stop being so entitled, you know, and stop thinking that you deserve this treatment, while for essence, you're not even like giving it to yourself. You're demanding other people to give it to you while you can't even give it to yourself. You know, and so be self-reliant, be self-disciplined, have self-control. If you're sick and you're trying to overcome some sickness or disease, educate yourself on self-healing. Don't demand on the outside world to give everything that you desire, and you haven't even started with yourself first. Everything starts with yourself first. I'm not saying like that's like the 100% solution to everything, and I'm not, because I don't believe in solutions. I believe in trade-offs. But I do believe that there is a correct protocol of approaching every single task and problem in life, and that is starting with yourself. Everything. And so I'm just going to end it on that note. And I mean, this video, I wanted to just share a quick update of what I'm going to start doing. I know it's not probably the most productive way, but right now that's all I know. And for me to start for me to start paying off these expenses, and for me to start putting money towards my businesses and investing in my businesses and the products, or the one product right now that I'm starting off with, which is the creatine gummies, which is under Growth's first product. And Utopia, Growth is a business under Utopia. That's Utopia's main business, which is Growth. I am going to start off with the creatine gummies, and then after the creatine gummies, I build my brand. I make enough profit, and then I can start pushing to create this high quality, high valued powder that I believe that can really change a lot of people's lives in a very, very healthy way. That a lot of people can become extremely, extremely healthy. And yeah, I'm just going to end it on there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all. And hey, until we meet again.